छाया आसमान देखो झूमता गगन है छाया आसमान देखो झूमता गगन
There we go. Getting a little bit of our sage. Well, actually, this is cedar. We got the cedar going. Kathy just left the room. As soon as she saw me light the stuff, she booked. She said, I will see you later. And she left just like that. All right. This is good. This is good. I think we're live. Let me see what's going on. I got different stuff that we're finagling here with the vertical and the portrait stuff. And if you're viewing right now and you don't like this format, because I look at charts, astrology charts, and I do it in a way where you can see the astrology chart. Some people watch because they like to see the charts. They learn. Others, not so much. They just want to listen or go to sleep, whatever. Whatever. And that's both are fine. Yeah. However, this works for you, it works for me. So I believe if you go to the YouTube channel, Allastrology, go to my main page. And I guess there's a portrait and a vertical, two separate live streams going simultaneously. Same thing, one's in vertical, one's in portrait. And obviously the portrait one would be the one where you can see charts. So I'm not sure if you have to be on it. I would imagine, I don't know. You guys who are on a phone, are you forced to watch it in a vertical format? Is that how it works? I don't want to spend a lot of time discussing it because I don't control it. I just want to make sure that it's figured out for you guys and that you're okay with it and that you figured out, what's best for you. So with that said, let me try to get this StreamYard stuff to the side so I can get to work here. We got some folks that sent channel gifts, which is great. You send a channel gift and I spend more time on your chart. For everybody else, it's a speed reading. It is first come, first serve. Your name appears in the chat, which I have to find the damn chat. I know it says there's somebody here. There's the chat. Woohoo, I see Christy and Stacy. What's going on, ladies? All right, excellent. It's Saturday night, Saturday, November 22nd. You're in the Star Room. I do astrology readings. So if you want your chart looked at, I need your birth time, birth date, birth city, birth state. Yep, need your location and time. And you get in on the chat. You got to have your name in there. You got to say hello. The chat is the cue. Got it? The chat is the cue. We also do this the last Saturday of every month. We do the same thing, but it's done privately. It's done where you can talk about some deeper, more personal things and nobody else is listening. It's a very small group. It is definitely limited space. So if you're interested in that, the email is down below. You just reach out to me, let me know what you want to do. If you want to do it, if you got questions, whatever, and then I'll catch up with you there and we'll communicate and explain things. Okay. So with that, we got to get to work here. I got some people here. All right, let's get through this. So, yep. So typically how it would go is Christy would be number 1, or Candy Kirsch is here. Candy Kirsch would be number 1. That's Christy. Then it would be Stacy for those who were watching or who are new. Then we go to the next new name, which would be, yeah, we're just got to give it a quick example here. Who was the next one? Frank. E. Frank was, okay, E. Frank would be number 3 in line, and so on. You get it? It's not rocket science. If you don't want to go, you say, I pass. And that matters because, yeah, we need to go right to the next person. Oh, did I miss a person's name? Stacy's already asking somebody, Izzy, does G have your birth chart? Oh, I didn't even see Izzy. My bad. And the chat I have on my end, I can see both the vertical chat and the horizontal. And this looks like a lot of you were, anyway, whatever works for you. So how did I miss a name already? There was somebody named Izzy here? Oh, I see Revolution Evolution's here. Woohoo! How are you doing? Okay, I've got a thank you, Stacy. I see what you did. You wrote me up a little bit of a thing. Oh, that's good to know too. Please note YouTube isn't showing your email address name, or is showing your email address name and not your YouTube handle. Yeah, for some of you, yep, you got to let us know who you are because it's the name that's on your birth digits. The name's got to match. That's what she's saying. The name's got to match. Christy, how are you? You had your surgery, right? You're here. That's good news. Speedy healing and perfect recovery, complete perfect recovery. Okay, so let me find, there's a list. Thank you so very much, Stacy, for doing this. So Christy's passing and Stacy's up next, then Frank, then Revolutionary Evolution, then Tim. Oh my Lord, Tim's here? Whoa, what's going on, Tim? How the heck are you doing? Oh, I see Izzy down there. Okay. Okay. Oh, I do see Tim. So Izzy must be after Tim. Oh, Izzy is Francesca. Look at that. Well, that's good to know in advance. Much appreciated because it's going to be going once, going twice, and I'm moving on to the next one. I'm done by 11. All right. So I'll stop my babbling. Let me get Stacy in here real quick. Stacy, you're up first. What are we checking out there, Stacy? Stacy says, I need the link. Okay, let me check this out. Very good. Let me see. Let me see. All right. Let me get. Oh, you know what? Hold on a minute. I have 2 StreamYards going. Holy shit. I don't need 2 StreamYards going. Let me end this one. I hope I had the right one. Okay, great. Oh, I have too much going on. I have StreamYard and 2 StreamYards, a YouTube. I don't need all that. All right, I'm coming up with the link. Hold on. Let me get you the link and let's get this party started. Let's take a look and see what we can see. All right, Stacy, there is the link for you. Stacy sent a channel gift. Thank you very much, Stacy. Those who sent a channel gift, you get to come on. We can talk. We can take a look at your chart. And yeah, what are we looking at? What are we checking out? Yeah, why does Venmo do that? What the hell is my phone number? 9655, Tim. 9655. Yeah, that's so crazy. I've heard other people say that too. And then they do some workaround. I don't know what they do, but then they end up sending it and they don't have to. I'm sorry it's a pain in the ass. I hate that it's a pain in the ass. Okay, so I don't know where Stacy is. I think she grabbed the link and she's trying to get in here. So let me go get her chart and we'll start our work. And let's see what we can see for Stacy. Let me find her chart here. And hopefully y'all are doing well. How's the weather? I know my mom, she's in Arizona, and I know that a little bit, I think north of her, they had some crazy ass weather. Someone mentioned they had hail and shit, and along with their torrential rain, and they had somebody die and, driving in the rain, and their car they had massive flooding in the car, the turnaround don't drown shit. It's just tragic. Stacy said I'm here. Okay, did you want the link, Stacy? Did you not see the link? Here's the link one more time for you, Stacy. There you go. Is it giving you a hard time? My mom, she's doing okay. Thanks for asking. She could be better, of course. Today, her phone, I think, her phone is completely. I haven't been able to get in touch with her at all today. Luckily, we have cameras. Oh, Stacy's here, so I'm able to see that she's fine, even though I can't communicate with her, which can be really tricky. But thank you for asking. Stacy's here. Let's get her in here. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
All right, I hear you. Very good. How are you?
I am okay.
She's okay. What are we looking at, Miss Okay?
And just tell me what the hell is going on with my life.
Oh, what the hell's going on with your life?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. What's going on? Why is this so loud?
Oh, it's just so confusing.
It's confusing?
Yeah, everything.
You have man problems? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you have Uranus in your 7th house.
Until 23rd.
So do you want... Okay, so we're going to pull up your chart and we got to look. Thank you, Tim. I got it. You did good. Very good. Thank you so much. All right, I gotta get to work. People are sending money in here. I got work to do. So Stacy, let me get your chart on here.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you something as soon as.
Let me get your chart on here.
Okay.
And let me know what. I'm getting it up here. It's taking a minute here. Let me get it on the screen for you. Let's talk about it. Let's see what we can see. All right, we got it on the screen. And okay, so I imagine, we're going to see the transits and see what's all the wackiness about. So, your Taurus, your Uranus went back into Taurus. And okay, so you've got 2 objects there. You've got the 2 Venuses are at 27. Okay, and then let me see what else got triggered for you. The Neptune and Pisces stuff. Yeah, you have Neptune on your Saturn. Okay. Ooh, well, then that would definitely make it tricky. So before I go any further, because your Saturn is under the Neptune influence. Okay, so Saturn is usually the material and the tangible, and it's the hard things like the structure, the stability. Okay. And my goals, right? What I'm working towards. When Neptune sits on it, like it is doing right here, like Neptune's at 29 degrees and 27 minutes. Your Saturn is 29 degrees and 22 minutes. I mean, it's right on it. Neptune will make all that shit confusing. Now, this is in the home. But emotions and feelings and family and history and the past, there's a lot of soul energy with this. It's like amplified. And confusion is what Neptune's job is to do. Now, because it's on your Saturn, it's kind of testing you to redefine or to really see the fine print, maybe I should say it that way, of what your long-term goals are? Are you changing what your long-term goals are?
No.
Okay,
There's
that's
still
good.
to move, but just not right this second. Not right now. I
Okay,
mean this year or in 2026.
okay.
But
So the Neptune in the home, it is about the structures then, possibly, in and around the home. Of course, dad and family is a thing because it's your Saturn energy and a lot of the history and the soul energy connected to that. Let me see where else we're connecting. You've got the Mercury retrograding on your south node. You see that? Your south node's at 24 degrees. Yeah, Mercury just got off of your south node, which typically south node, a release, right? Now, because it's Mercury, a communication of some sort. It could be a friend, could be sibling, coworker, neighbor. Mercury goes over that point and it really activates our thinking. Our mind gets real busy. And remember, we talked about this last week too. It was trining your own Mercury in the 8th house. Oh, Lord. So deep connections, deep communications, the past comes back to the present. Yikes. Okay.
this isn't right now. This isn't the past. Well, kinda, but not
No, but it
really.
carries the past. It carries those vibrations from the past. It carries
Okay.
soul memory. It's not about talking about the past necessarily, but it carries with it. So the emotions from the past, the bonded energy from the energetics from the past. And it doesn't have to be past like, 5, 10, 15 years ago. This is a past you may not remember, but your energy
Right.
remembers.
Okay.
You follow? And
Yeah.
anytime we get into that loop of that kind of energy, it can complicate things because there's this resonating thing that occurs. There's a resonating thing that occurs between people. But yet, well, yeah, it might not be practical.
Oh no, it's not.
And if it's not practical, then it's kind of like I don't know if a heartbreak, but it can make it just even, yeah. Let me see if because Venus is at 20, which is a Scorpio degree. It's there right now. Deep emotions, the past. I mean, there's a lot of Scorpio signature points in this. There's a
Yeah.
lot going on. Even Isis talks about the past. She's at 12 degrees, soul history, soul memory. Jupiter just clicked to 24 degrees today. This is more soul memory. There's a ton of it. And it's got that Neptune focus. So whenever Neptune's involved, there can be complications and confusions. But the past, I don't know if, in terms of specifically, I mean, I know your north node is 24 degrees and that, that speaks of desires and values and self-worth and love in your partnerships, but it's connected to the past. It's 24 degrees. So it's connected in a soulful way. So in other
Right.
words, people that you would consider partnering up with, there is history with. So these are soul. I never ever really like talking about soul families. I just don't because it's so goddamn complicated. And you can't confirm or deny if what I'm telling you is the truth or if it makes, sense because here people are like, oh, well, okay, so who are these soul people? Sure, it's the people we want to be around, the people that we vibe with, but what about the people that rub us the wrong way, right? Yeah, they're all part of it. It's the good, the bad, the ugly, the wonderful. It's all of it. And when we have a lot of history, and then when I'm saying the word history, it is pre this lifetime. So when we have
Right.
a lot of points in our chart, which you do, that scream history, with your family, with your significant everything about your chart is it's oozing the soul stuff, the soul history.
Uh-huh.
So the thing is, how do you navigate forward with this?
Exactly.
Here's the forecast for tomorrow.
Echo,
I'm
stop.
sorry.
I'm
Hello?
sorry. No, I'm yelling at my device.
Oh, okay. I couldn't hear you. It became louder than your voice.
I know. I need to fix that.
And so
didn't
right
occur.
now, there's a midpoint. There's a Jupiter Saturn midpoint. And that's interesting because the Jupiter Saturn midpoint, especially for a female looking to be with a male in a partnership, that's a Jupiter Saturn midpoint because Jupiter shows up and it's about how do we do this long term?
Oh, that's really confusing
Yeah, yeah.
situation.
Especially if you know it's not practical.
Right.
And if you know it's not practical, then it's a matter of, so how do I turn my desires off? How do I say, hey, this
Oh,
isn't
that's easy
practical?
enough. It's more like, how do I get rid of the sky? And I'm dealing with a Scorpio moon and a Scorpio and a Mars in Scorpio. So it's like, okay, tread lightly.
Absolutely. And the other thing too, not to forget about this 24 degrees, because it's all over your chart and it's your Mercury, is also establishing boundaries. It is
Mm-hmm.
about having some understanding about the past, to somehow have some understanding about the past so that we can come to a point of healing and releasing and forgiveness and letting go and acceptance and moving on type of thing, especially if you know that what you're in the midst of isn't practical.
Right.
And,
Oh,
and
yeah,
so
no, I never really got that deep into it emotionally.
Well, I'm just thinking about you.
Oh,
I'm only talking about you and what I'm looking at in front of me, which is, I guess, what we're talking about, because you haven't asked a specific question, is navigating the situation that you're in.
uh-huh.
Okay. And so if you know it's not practical, that's what I'm trying to figure out where the problem is. Is it that you said you're confused?
Well, I'm
That was
just
probably the only
wondering.
thing
I
I
guess I'm
clearly
wondering
understood.
why this is happening and how do I
The
make.
past, that's why it's happening. There all this history, all this freaking this anytime we repeat something like this, which is what it is, right? Our soul stuff, right?
It's
It's a
all online too, in different states or well, in the past country, which it's like come back, as Donna would say, Mr. Yukon, who she says is coming back, but I'm still waiting. Um, but yeah, how do I mean, is it going to end soon?
so this is where it gets weird for me to understand what you're saying to me, because you're saying it's online. Is it going to end soon? Do you want it to end soon?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
but it's online.
yeah.
So you can't end it, is what you're saying.
Not without there potentially being repercussions, like anger. Um,
So you're thinking of all that Scorpio stuff.
oh yeah,
That holy shit, there's going to be a price to pay, a cost.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. So let me look at what do you have? Um, all right. So I don't know if you saw the video that I just put out.
I haven't. No.
Yeah, there's a video. It might help to go and watch it once we're done here or afterwards, however you want to do it. Your Mars is going to be conjunct the December full moon.
Okay.
It's a full moon. So a full moon is an ending of a cycle. So um, hopefully for you, this will trigger some closure for you. Because your Mars is in Gemini, and this is a Gemini and Uranus type of thing. It's all online stuff happening, right?
Right.
And your Mars is in your 7th house, and the full moon happens in your 7th house.
Okay.
Yeah. And what's interesting, I mean, super interesting, is right now at this moment, the Mars up in the sky at 13 degrees of Saggy. Yeah. that's in opposition to the full moon that's coming up in December. You see that?
Okay.
Right? So here it is. It's coming up and it's like, okie dokie. So
Are there any asteroids affecting anything?
are there any asteroids? What was the rest of the thing you said?
Affecting anything?
Oh, there's a
Now,
shitload of asteroids everywhere. You mean for the full moon that's coming up or right now at this
right
time?
now at this time.
Yeah, you have, well, I don't know. I wouldn't call these you have this Mars, there's two objects that you have an object at 13 degrees and I think this is the great attractor. It is. Mars is sitting on the great attractor in your first house. It's in 13 degrees of Sagittarius, the great attractor. And so again, these are both opposing your natal Mars.
Okay.
And your third house is filled with all this Aquarius energy, and you have Pallas Athena here, who is conjunct your Characlo. Pallas Athena is making a plan. She's strategic. But again, this is all this online stuff. So whether you're doing it, again, I don't know if this is through emails. I don't need to know the details. But my point is right now, there's like this grand water trine you have. You have it all the time. But the Pallas Athena has entered your natal Earth trine, this grand Earth trine with air. So it does include this 11th house stuff of relationships because you have Libra there. It does include, the Characlo, which is watching another and others who are going through something difficult, being a witness to wounds. Aquarius, though, is
Yeah.
new and different shocks and surprises. And then your natal Mars. So the Saturn energy, the Saturn retrograde by the end of this month will stop retrograding. And I'm hoping for you, it is best for you, if this is something that you want to end, that it needs to probably end while Saturn is in a retrograde, as opposed to later on. So with this Pallas Athena, she's your strategist. And it sounds like that's what you're needing. You're needing like a strategy. That's kind of what you're asking for. Am I correct? You're saying I don't know how to end something and I want this to be over with.
Yeah, I'm trying to come up with a strategy. Can you tell me where is it Eros?
Let me see where this Pallas Athena. Okay, just so you know. So in 1 week, in the next 7 days, the Pallas Athena is going to talk to your Uranus. It's going to talk to your midheaven, your south node, your Uranus, your Pluto. That's going to be a big trigger.
Okay.
And so when that happens, you'll have the answers because it's in your third house of thinking and words and communication. So however you do it, it's
no, I was just telling your friend, with the holidays coming out, that's my out.
Okay.
With the
Well,
situation that's coming out. But I was just out of curiosity where if Euros was hitting anything in my chart. Is it Euros? Is that how it's pronounced?
EUROS?
Yeah.
Is that what you're asking me about?
EROS?
Yeah, let me look. Where is that little? I think you asked about that once before. And where the hell is it? There's so much going on.
And I would say like right now.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know. I'm not. Do I normally have it pulled up in this system on here? I don't see it on here.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I don't have it on here. I would have to have it already drawn in, and there's so much on this freaking chart. I'm going around. Unless you see it and point it out to me, like, because I'm
on my phone.
I don't see it.
Is there anything else that jumps out at you?
that jumps out at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Jupiter. I mean, that's not a big jump out, but it is because the Jupiter is sitting on your Mercury.
And they're both in the 8th house.
They are, but Jupiter is your greater benefic.
Yeah.
So hopefully, when Jupiter, I mean, it's standing still, but I would think that if nothing else, once Jupiter gets off of that Mercury, you can be sure, you can be certain that all that freaking communication that was going on, yeah, it'll have tapered down because Jupiter's going to go all the way back to 15.
Yeah.
You follow?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's going to go all the way back to 15.
And that's what I was saying. Starting
And right
next.
now, Isis up in the sky is sitting on your natal Jupiter as well. God, there's so much of the history in the past here. This is crazy. And the Isis, remember Isis' story, right? She brought her husband back to life. Yeah. And she's sitting on your Jupiter right now. So all that's going to move. All that's going to move. Remember, that's the beauty of astrology. Shit's going to change. It's going to move.
Yeah.
And with that, I think part of the lesson probably is maybe, just maybe moving. I don't know, because I don't know how this all began and I don't want to know it.
No, you don't.
But just proceed cautiously, just proceed
Oh, yeah.
cautiously.
I already
And
know that.
just remember, because of all the Pisces you have, it's about boundaries. That's a big deal. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's why I'm
having your
glad that
safe
there's a.
boundaries established, especially online, because here you are telling me, but this is just an online thing. But here you are also at the same time saying, but you're afraid of the repercussions. You see what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So
Because
that's
even though it's a different now, other than a country, now it's a different state.
but whatever it is, my point is it's online. And
Right.
you don't feel that you can just go ahead and not respond or not get online or not get on that app or whatever the hell it is, that platform, and just not be there. Like you feel like there's going to be repercussions that you're going to suffer from,
And
or
well,
retaliation or something of some kind where you feel like,
not right away
no, I
per
understand
se,
that.
but
Yeah.
because it is a Scorpio. I mean, and I have a lot of 8th house and a Scorpio ascendant, and all my first house Scorpios, and so I know I'm evolved, but I know how they operate.
I get it. I'm just thinking on the unfortunate reality for you that you're describing is that you're
It's like
you're
proceed with
you
caution.
feel trapped.
I don't feel trapped per se. I feel like I need to do this gently. And like I said, next week is my out. And that's what
And
I was
you have
just tell.
Athena there, so I think you're going to be okay.
Yeah, I know
I
I'm going to be
really do.
okay. It's just doing it the right way, and that's why my mind's been going overdrive or in overdrive, coming up with a plan how to do this.
Okay, well, maybe some folks in the chat can give you an idea
Okay,
on how to proceed with that, because
I'll
to
let
me,
you go so we can move to the next
but to
person.
me, seriously, like tap into the resources that we have here. Tap into these people and see if people can give you ideas onto how to navigate that exactly. But the master planner is in your 3rd house, so you're going to have it figured out. That much I can use the astrology to tell you.
Speaking of the person, I just got... Okay, must be reading my mind. So Frank is next.
Oh, thank you so much, Stacy.
And then I guess evolution is
Great.
that?
Yeah, I see the list.
Okay, sounds
Thank
good.
you so very much.
Hey, you're welcome.
All right, you take care.
You too.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Tree.
Have a good holiday.
You too.
All righty, Frank, you are up. She said you're up. All right, Frank, let's get Frank in here. Let me get the link. Frank, did you want the link? I'm sure you did. Or that you do. Let's see here. Frank, if you want the link, there you go. Let me get your. I already drew your chart up and everything since you sent me an email and was very well prepared. And I love that. It helps me to be prepared and it just makes everything else flow so much better. That's the wrong chart. Whoops. 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 There we go. I was trying to press the stop screen and instead it kept showing me the old chart. Like, hello. All right, here we go. Share screen. Where you at, Frank? Frank may not want to get in the studio, and you don't have to, Frank. But I will not be reading the chat. So if you want to have a rapport with me, grabbing the link is a bonus for you. Otherwise, I'm just going to go by your question that you sent me in the email, which is fine. So I can kind of address your questions, which in a way, Frank, your questions, I don't know if you reread your email or not, but I think Frank might be here. I hear a noise. Somebody's in the studio. Someone's in the green room. I think it says Frank. It says, I'm here. Frank, is I'm here you? Is that you, Frank? All right, let me check and see if this is Frank. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, I hear you.
Can you hear me?
I think so. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me mute the other side because I'm getting a little bit of an echo.
Oh, yeah, that wouldn't be good.
Yes. Hey, G.
How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you doing?
I am good. I got your email.
Good. I know. I'm sorry. I think that was kind of a bombardment of questions.
Well, actually, the interesting thing is I was just saying to you that you might want to reread the email. Because actually in the bombardment of questions, when you detailed below,
Yeah.
if you look closely, you'll see there's like 3 very common themes that you keep repeating in your question,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And so Uranus is one of them. Chiron is the other one. And let me go back to the chat real quick so I can see what you. Okay, I can see.
Yeah, it was. I think it was like Uranus is like opposite the true node, north node, Chiron, south node, and Mars is square.
Yeah. Mars was like the oddball. So here's the thing. There's your Uranus that you were saying is trining your ascendant, right?
Yeah.
And that Uranus rules Aquarius energy, which is important because it's all in your first house. And your first house matters because it's the physical body and Mars rules that area. And so here's your Mars. This is the transiting Mars, though, and it's even at the Mars degree. And then we're talking about your natal Mars, too, because you said you've got Jupiter sextiling your Mars. So Mars comes up again, meaning physical body and appearance, head, my independence, my freedom, my identity. Mars comes up in a lot of ways here. All right. And of course, Uranus does too, because Uranus is in an opposition to your Chiron all the time. And the nodes are there, right? The north and the south nodes are there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Mars up in the sky at 13 is in a T-square with the north and the south node. Now, the north node is in Virgo. I'm sorry, the south node is in Virgo at 14. Let me do it like that. So that's conjunct your Uranus energy. Okay. And so this is about new and exciting and different. This can be about an authority figure, can be about friends and group energy. Super duper about authenticity, though, and being original and unique. And I know we have talked about that extensively.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's part of your values, but it's also part of the past. These are your being this uniqueness kind of thing, especially for work and in terms of what you value and finding value in it. But for you, the mundane kind of Virgo stuff, you're like, this is too mundane. It's too plain. It needs to be different. Right. And I need to make this shit different
Yeah.
because it's at a creative degree too, by the way. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That 14 is that creative degree. And so this is going to be authentically you, but this was the past. You see, this was
Yeah.
something that you did before this time. So we'll call this the soul history, the soul memory kind of stuff. All right.
Okay.
And having it in a retrograde makes it kind of extra strong, meaning it needs to be extra different, extra unique, extra original. I'm inventing shit. I'm literally inventing something. Right. And so you have history, and you even mentioned this last week that you kind of were on a discovery path
Yeah.
of some other abilities.
Yes.
Well, absolutely, because you did this in the past. You did this in the past. And the Chiron stuff, I know we talked about this before too. The Chiron talks about being a healer, right? A wounded healer, somebody who has their own wounds. And here's the thing. Have you figured out what those past wounds are previous to this time? Now, you don't have to say yes or no to me. It's
Well,
something.
yeah. Well, actually, I think I have. Yes. Yes.
Okay. And once we identify them, we do come to a sense of understanding and healing and accepting with the Pisces energy. And then the thing about the Chiron wound is that it's not something that 100 million trillion 1,000% completely heals. We take it with us.
Right.
Think of it as a piece of art. This will work for you. Think of it as a piece of art where a mistake was made or an accident occurred of some sort, right? It wasn't part of necessarily the conscious plan. And so there's either a flaw of something, whatever, a crack, whatever. And so instead of like healing and covering it up and being like, okay, it never happened. No. The wounded healer, the Chiron, is like, because of my wound, I can understand you. I can understand what you're going through. And then you embrace it. You own it. You own the wound and you go forward with it and use that wound, right? Use that wound to help others. All right. So identifying it can be tricky with Pisces, but at the same time, it also means that as we evolve, so too does the wound, because all of the astrology stuff is about evolution. And so with that it's like we get over the 101 wounds, then we get over the 303 wounds. And then there's, you know what I'm saying? Like there's this constant elevation where we will experience a wound in the Pisces energy differently at different times in our life.
Yeah, I get it.
So the wound will evolve. So once you know how it is with the wounds, right? We're like, damn, I thought I got over that.
Yeah.
We can all relate to that. Like, oh my God, I thought I did that work. I thought I got through that. And then it comes back like like out of nowhere. All of a sudden, it just kind of catches us by surprise. And it's like, oh, but there's still something here lingering, right? Or there's just a new thing you didn't see associated with it. So I would imagine with the Pisces, it can be tricky. But at the end of the day, when you back this all up, this is all connected. This is why I drew all this on here. It's all connected. So and everything that you see, every arrow is pointing to the objects you questioned in those questions in your email. Okay.
Cool.
So the sextiles are in here, and it's Neptune sextiling your ascendant. Well, what's the ascendant? Mars. Goes back to your body again. Well, where's his Mars? In his 8th house.
Wow. This is
see what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is why I come to you. I'm serious.
Because I'm crazy, I know.
No.
Connecting the crazy dots. Yeah, it's wild. And even the sun today is at 1 degrees.
And you know what? It's
Yeah.
like my Venus was on my Venus was on my midheaven yesterday. It's like everything seems to be lining. There's so many things, like I sent you in that message, that are just like at 0 degrees. It's really
the 0 degrees. It was everything you mentioned was at 0. It's called a kickoff point, Frank.
right.
So you're you're like at the door of starting something new.
I got you.
You're at the doorway. You got the door handle in your hand.
I'm ready to kick the door open.
Well, there you go. He's ready to kick the damn door open.
That's
and so
right.
That's all that 0 degree stuff. But just so you know, I think patience is part of the story here, because all Mars stuff is about impatience.
I got you.
It's about I can't go fast enough.
Right.
He said he's ready to kick open the door. And for some time, we're all going to be working like with it's like small trine energy. It looks like that, and it's going to be, we already experienced it in 2025, but it's going to be Neptune, and it's going to be Pluto over here, and it's going to be. This is my Pluto, and it's going to be Uranus, your favorite. Your favorite.
It is.
Over here. So we had a sample of it this year, and in 2026, it comes back again. So what that, and this is, at the 0 and the 1 degrees. And so it's going to be the Neptune when it gets back in Aries. And it's going to be Pluto in Aquarius and Uranus in Gemini. So it's mini trine energy. And this is slow moving, slowly revealing itself to you and to all of us. This will take years to develop that area of our chart, of our life. So the Aries energy, which is in your 2nd house of values, right? And your Neptune's going to be there. I mean, Neptune's there, but it's going to get to that, 0 and 1 degrees, and it's going to go, through Aries energy, and it's identity. You're changing. So you're changing who you are, what you look like. And it doesn't have to be like physically, although Neptune is sextiling the ascendant, which is your physical body and your appearance. But it's what you value too. And that would mean the desires and the moolah, the income.
I'm ready for that.
But also love, right? Relationship.
Yeah, I'm ready for that too.
That sort of energy. That's all part of this. So when I look over to your Gemini energy, Uranus will be sitting right there, Neptune right there, and then we go over to what did I say? Neptune. Yeah, I'm sorry, Aquarius. Pluto. And that's in your 1st house. And you have Sirius there at 0. But you also have something at 2 degrees there. And I want to say, oh, it's covered up right now because this is a frozen chart, not one I can actually. Anyhow, so that Pluto sitting here at 1, even though it's sitting right there, it's actually right here.
Right.
Yeah, it's sitting right here. So it really has a lot to do with your first house, with that Mars energy, because it's a connection between this and this for you. So it's happening between your first and your 4th house of emotions and feelings. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is where this will all be happening for you. So the healing part and the new identity that is revealing itself to you through the Chiron stuff and what's going to happen when these are all connecting, starting off with the Mars. Mars is already squaring it. Matter of fact, Mars is at 1328 and your, what did you have over there? Your Chiron is at 1451.
Yeah.
So you're in it already. And whenever we have a square like that, it creates a stress and a tension. And so the beliefs about your future is part of it because it's the Mars in Sagittarius. And I think it probably was a bigger deal a few days ago because your 11th house cusp line, Mars hit it at that point, and now Mars is passing it up, right? It's at 13.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it just all comes right back to the Chiron. And basically you uncovering more of the wounds and then processing those wounds, like discovering what more of those wounds are, because the more that you unearth, the more that you discover and work with and embrace and heal and nurture yourself, then that will give you that greater ability to do that for others.
You know, I have to tell you, G, a couple of days ago, I went through some really intense dreams, and I just want to thank you so much because you have I can't tell you how much you've really just opened my eyes and taught me so much.
Well, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Do you journal and write about your dreams? Or, I mean, I know you're a writer, so I would think that you would.
No, I'm lazy.
Oh, gotcha. Well, then however you do it. However,
Yeah.
you don't have to literally write. Some people just, I have no idea, right? You might just make music or whatever like that. That counts too.
Yeah.
That's taking that stuff and channeling it into some way.
Yeah. I mean, I just, the stuff that came out was just really deep and mystical, like 16 hours of sleeping, and it wasn't, but you know what I mean? It wasn't sleep.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just want to thank you.
You're welcome.
You know, and I just want you to know how beautiful you are.
Well, that is very sweet of you. Thank you very much.
It's true. It's true.
But it's the astrology.
Yeah, exactly.
I just know how to read the astrology.
You know, and before you, I was always doing the whole sign, you know, that everybody online does, and I think that's kind of I think I kind of understand why they do it.
Sure. Yeah.
But going Placidus the way you do it, you were the first person that actually made me really see who I really am.
Well, that's awesome, but I can't take all the credit. The planets and the movements in the sky take a lot to do with this.
You need to take some credit. You do. Don't be as humble as I am.
He said, "Don't be as humble as I am."
Yeah, exactly. and I'm just trying to show the love,
I appreciate it. I do.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
really appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
Yes, I do. I really appreciate it.
So is there
What's
anything there's on the 24th, all that stuff going on, is there anything else, or is there anything that I need to like, I know it's a pretty deeply karmic
It
period
is.
for me right
It
now,
is.
you know.
It is.
And the weird thing is I feel very calm and centered through it all.
But you know what's interesting too about that is even that degree that the nodes are sitting at, the 14, well, that's Venus, and she's about peace,
Wow,
stability,
okay.
and calmness
Yeah. Oh,
and
wow.
harmony.
Okay, cool.
Harmony, like your middle name, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah.
it's so I think there's basically some benefit, that you're seeing and feeling with this 14 degrees because your Chiron's at 14 degrees.
Yeah, yeah.
And you have ways, because you're a musician, because you're an artist, you have ways to, like, for me anyway, people who have those kind of gifts can, maybe it's not easily done, but it seems like you're wildly creative pretty easily. Like it's, you've got these talents that you're just born with. So
Thank
you
you.
guys can kind of establish a peace and harmony harmonically, literally through sound, and I think that, that, yeah, not all of us
Can
can
I
do
be
that.
honest with you? Can I be honest with you though?
Yeah.
My heart is broken.
Well, then there you go. Maybe that's your Chiron.
But at the same time,
Mhm.
and I don't mean to be like really overly open.
Mhm.
My heart is broken. But at the same time, I feel at peace. If that makes any sense.
Well, that's gotta be difficult, but that sounds like a I was just thinking that sounds like because it almost sounds contrarian, right? Like it doesn't make
Yeah,
sense. And that's that
exactly.
Gemini energy. And you've got Gemini in the 5th house of heart.
Wow. Okay, that makes sense.
You see that? So like feeling these polar things, having that
Wow.
polar kind of energy is that Gemini energy. And you got a north node.
Yeah,
But what's crazy is your north node is the 23 degrees,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
think Aquarius and Uranus, but see, I think for people that you've described yourself to be, where the uniqueness and being different, that is your rhythm, that is your whatever, your drum beat, like that's who you are.
Hmm.
And so that might be difficult for a lot of other folks. But I think because it's all over your chart, because we've dissected it a lot of different ways, right? And we see that freaking Uranus Aquarius kind of vibration come up a lot of ways. And so for you, it's almost like you're okay with being, because Uranus wants to be independent. He
Yeah,
wants to be free.
yeah,
You follow?
yeah,
So however the broken heart comes about or came about, you also see the benefit. I don't, that's because I don't have a better word right now to explain.
No, that's exactly right.
But you see, like, hey, there's some positive to this because I have this freedom and that energy. Yes, I am free to be me. Holy crap. The free to be me is a big deal.
You probably understand me more than anybody else does.
Well, this is your chart. That's what I'm telling you. Like, this is
And
your chart.
that's why I said it's
Yeah.
like, it's like when you first did that first reading for me, I was like, what? Whoa. Whole sign was just like kind of like but when you did it, I was like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, I'm glad that it works for you, because it works for me.
Yeah.
And I know I hear tons of people ask me questions about whole sign. I'm like, but I don't do it, so don't ask me, because that's not I wouldn't consider that it would be
Yeah,
fair for me to talk about it.
it's I consider it kind of lazy. I mean, not lazy, but just more.
I always felt that it was more generalized.
Yeah,
That was
exactly.
how I looked at it.
Exactly.
It was more
Exactly.
generalized.
Yeah.
And in
Yeah.
my head, my brain does not like generalities.
No,
It just
no.
says, "Wait a minute, that's not
No.
realistic."
I'm too like detail oriented and
Absolutely,
you know,
absolutely. Yep.
even to the point of it gets on people that I
Oh,
know.
for sure.
It
I
gets on
understand.
their nerves,
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
so
That's
I mean, do you? I think you pretty much answered all my questions. I don't want to take up.
Well, you were concerned about, things, because you felt like there was a lot of things that
Yeah.
were connecting.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, all of these arrows are everything
There's a
you
lot of them.
down. But the reality is they all come back to Mars and Chiron
Okay.
and Uranus at
Okay.
the end of the day, because it all comes back to that. And so it's really the discovery and the I keep seeing Michelangelo. I keep seeing Michelangelo,
Wow.
and the way he would have the slabs, right, and then he would chisel away and
Yeah.
and reveal the beauty, right, and the form underneath the, and so that's what I keep seeing with the Pisces, with the Chiron and Pisces, is that you'll see more. The more that you remove, you'll see more. The more that you remove, the more that you reveal, there'll be more to be found. So it kind of speaks to lots of stuff, not just, I think a lot of times when we think other lifetimes, we in our minds might think, oh, well, it was probably the life right before this life, or another
Right.
timeline, but we always think in a singular way, where it's no, this is connected to, again, I'm going to bring it up again, like soul family kind of stuff,
Right. This feels
where
really deep.
there's a lot of history
Yeah.
in a lot of
Yeah.
different ways. And so when we bring in the past with us, like your chart does, and Stacy, like you guys, everybody has a lot of stuff from the past. It's not as simple as, oh, but it had to do with relationships. No. Second house is relationships, it's money, it's self-worth, it's ownership. In Pisces, it meant I had to sacrifice in other times. I couldn't own stuff. I didn't have ownership. Whether
Yeah.
it was because I was a part of the clergy, whatever it was, sacrifice and going without, like that was a big deal with the Pisces stuff. Or it went to the other extreme, which would have been I was an elite. I had the wealth. It goes to the extremes. I was either the pauper or I was the king or whatever the frick,
Yeah.
And so there's the extremes, the duality again. And so we struggle with, okay, so what is my true, like, what's my end game? And that's where the soul comes in, because the soul says, oh, but be careful. Remember, the money is just money. You can't take it with you. It's actually nothing. The material shit's actually nothing. And then we struggle because we're like, well, what the hell? I got to make a living. I got to put a roof over. There's that big struggle that goes on. Because if the people who really want the material and the tangible and the money and the accolades and whatever, they can, in a way they don't have that internal struggle, because that is their end game. And so they'll do anything for it.
Yeah.
But the soul energy will not do anything for something that is actually nothing.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. It's like,
Yeah.
I can't go there.
Yeah, exactly. And so here we are in these bodies, and we wrestle with that. It's like a battle, and maybe not as big of a battle, but it is a battle. And so there's a new identity that's emerging, and a new ability and a new gift in terms of your values. And so if there's anything else I don't think you have any concerns. You said you had already gone through, you had some dreams, and that's
Yeah,
Jupiter, and that's the
they were
Sagittarius stuff.
crazy. They were, I
Yeah,
mean, they were crazy.
yeah,
But
and so
I have really, I don't mean to cut you off, but I have
that's
really recently, really since I connected with you, um, have just,
I'm sure it was crazy because you had Mars aspecting with your natal Uranus, and when those get together, this can be violent. This can be super extreme.
lizards and snakes and dead bodies and all combined in a fish in a cheesecloth. No, I'm serious.
In a cheesecloth.
Yeah,
Okay,
seriously.
just don't be eating that cheesecloth.
No. I'm a
That's what I'm
vegetarian
saying.
actually recently.
Yeah, it's really extremely unique, right?
Yeah,
And very
yeah,
different, right? Yeah.
yeah.
And typically when Mars and Uranus energy get together, it's going like it can be accident prone energy, it can be violence, it can be
Oh God.
very sudden, unexpected lightning bolt, shocks and surprise kind
Yeah.
of action and energy. But because your Uranus is over in the opposition right there,
Yeah.
you're not having where the Uranus up in the sky is aspecting, at least not yet. It's not aspecting your Mars, and it will
Okay.
trine your Mars, but that's not going to happen for a little bit of time.
Okay.
You'll start feeling it once it gets off of 29, you'll start feeling it. And it's a trine. So you will be taking new actions, new exciting endeavors, because Uranus will say, oh, but you need to be doing something.
Is that
Right?
positive though? I mean, because here lately I've been feeling
It
myself
can
more.
be.
Yeah, I mean, I've here over the last week, there's been a couple of instances where I felt myself like wanting to pop off at some people, and
Well,
that's not me.
no, but that is Uranus and Mars energy. That is that for sure.
Okay.
So knowing that in
Yeah.
advance will help because your Mars is in your 8th house, right? So what it does
Yeah.
is it's going to trigger some of the past. But I'll also put this into context. You've already lived through this.
Yeah.
This isn't brand new for you. This has happened before because
Right.
Uranus was already at 27 degrees before. Matter of fact, it's retrograded back to 27 twice already. So
Okay.
there's something else here for people who have objects at these degrees that Uranus is going back yet again. That means there's something else here. But see, yours is at 24, you see?
Yeah.
But the point is, once it stands still at 27, it might trigger this 24 degrees Mars. It's 3 degrees away. I'm not overly
Right.
concerned because it's 3 degrees away.
Mhm.
So my best recommendation would be then to pull up an exact chart for that timeline
Okay.
and to look at what else is where at that time. And we can do that again another time when you come back next
Okay.
week or whenever.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah, we can go deeper and look at that and to see what that event will look like for you. Like what else is going to be who's going to be at the table as far as planets, what's going to be the conversation.
Who else is going to trigger me?
Yeah, because it's the 8th house stuff,
Yeah.
which is deeply intense and powerful.
But the
follow?
weird thing is I feel so calm.
Well, that's good. Be great. You're fortunate. But you did say that you
Yeah, there
wanted
were a
to
couple
pop off
times
on
this past
somebody,
week.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, so it comes through in bursts, and that is Mars energy. It's sporadic. It's in short bursts. Mars is not marathon energy. It's more like a sprinter, like a rocket ship where the rocket boosters
Yeah.
are only used to get it off the planet. That's it.
Okay.
It doesn't keep on burning. But when it you think of a rocket booster, that shit you don't want to be near it, right?
Well, I think the people that I popped off on, they were a little. Well, I don't want to even say that, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So it's just making sure that we're aware of it and the timing of when it's going
Right.
to occur so that we understand that they may come at us in an assertive way, but we're at the same time, we have the same energy. we're ready to pop off as well.
Yeah.
And so if we know it in advance, we can kind of, take a detour and at least have a good talk with ourselves too. Like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
what's going on up there, right?
Mhm.
You need
Yeah.
to just chill because it's not worth it.
I,
That
you
kind
know,
of thing.
I feel bad, but I want to say one thing to you, G.
Yes, Frank. What do you
I
want to say?
love you. You're beautiful.
Oh, well, thank you. You're very
Thank
sweet.
you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you are welcome.
Yes. And
You are welcome. You make it easy for me. I appreciate that.
well,
You're prepared. You come with the emails ahead of time.
yeah.
You send me some cash. You gift the channel. You do a good job. I appreciate it.
I just try not to be a pain in the ass.
I greatly appreciate that more than you know.
Okay. Cool.
That helps a whole bunch.
And I hope you know that you have a new friend in me, and I have a new friend in you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
It's great to hear. I love that. Thank you, Frank.
I keep following you, okay?
I appreciate it.
All
Truly
right.
do. Thank you very much. You have a good holiday if you celebrate.
Oh, I do. I celebrate. You too.
Celebrate. That's right. I
All right.
will.
Thank you
Thanks,
so
Frank.
much.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye. Frank is such a sweetheart, isn't he? Okay. So let me see what are we doing here? Okay, Stacy already told me who was after Frank. Now I have to say, oh, she updated a list. Oh, you're a saint. Thank you. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you so much. Revolutionary Evolution, are you here? I think that's Revolution's here and says I'm heartbroken. That's you. Revolution says I'm heartbroken too. Aw. Callie says it's been a few years. Hey, Callie, I'm sorry. I don't know if that's, they're showing me different names tonight, so I don't even know who the hell who is. So, Revolution, I know that face. Are you here, Revolution? Because you're up. According to my list, you're up. Let me know if you're still here. Isn't Frank a sweetheart? He's got that voice, and with those kind words, you can just record that and just be like, oh, I want to listen to that all the time. He feeds the ego for sure. Okay, so Revolutionary Evolution going once, going twice. Okay, is there an Izzy here? I got to move because people sent me money and I have to get to those charts. So for the folks who are just kind of hanging out and jumping in every now and then, if I don't see you, I'm going on to the next person. When I call your name, you got to show up in the chat to let me know you're here. Oh, Revolution said I'm here. All right, Revolution is here. What's going on, Revolution? What am I looking at? All right, let me find the chart. Let me find your chart. Oh, the StreamYard. Actually, it's the software. It's doing all sorts of weird stuff. Okay. All right, I'm looking. Got to do Angela. Angela, December 7th. Or no. Or is it October 19th? Or is it... Oh, how many damn Angelas do we have? Oh, Lord. I think it's the December 7th one. How about that? Is that right? Yes. Woohoo. All right. Oh, Lord. Did I not click on it? There we go. All right. What am I looking at? Anything? Everything? Whatever I want? Let me get this up here. Let me get this on the screen. There we go. Let me check the email real quick. to make sure. I don't want to. I got to give. All right, give time. All right. All right, Tim, hang in there. Okay, Angela, let's see what we're looking at for you here. Angela says the Rev is here. Or Stacy said Rev is here. And I guess I'm saying the Rev is here. The revolution is here. So, or the lessons there, love. Okay, love lessons. Let's see what we got. Yeah, right. Love seems to be the theme tonight. Alrighty, let me see what's going on. Okay, so I see. So you're, okay. Well, lessons, let's go like this, because this would be a birth chart thing where we got to look at the chart. So there's your Venus. You got your Venus in your 12th house, Venus in Sagittarius. You're at 23 degrees. Okay. Yeah. And Angela's got this beautiful kite, multi-layered kite. And look what's at the top of your kite, Angela. You see this? Let me double check something. 27, 25. So we should have, oh, you got Jupiter there. Okay. So at the top of your kite is your Mercury, but it's also your Neptune. Mercury and Neptune. And now, because you have a stellium here, it becomes Venus, Mercury, and Neptune. Wow. They're literally, oh my God, the top of her kite is just, all this energy is pouring out. So when we have kites in the chart, it does enable us to focus in the energy that easily occurs, that easily happens. So yours is communication, the beliefs about the future, your beliefs about just your philosophy on life in general. Unity is a big one because it's the 12th house. Unity, understanding, truth, oneness, freedom, justice, like those are some big keywords. Spirituality, possibly some traditional religion stuff in it, but maybe very unconventional, especially with values and love. Your Venus is a 23-degree Venus, which values freedom, but it is unconventional kind of desire energy. And it can be tricky in the 12th house because the 12th house, at the end of the day, this is our soul energy, right? So it comes with it. I don't want to say the word baggage, but anytime we have Neptune and 12th house stuff and soul energy, it comes in dripping with memory from another time or multiple times. And at 23 in Saggy, this is this desire to be different, to have different kind of beliefs. And my values and the way I love and the way I want to be loved can be unique and different. Communication might be self-focused or centered or seem assertive even because you got Mercury at 25. And so this is what's jumping out is all of this. And then because it's in the 12th, that can make it where it's all subconscious. Like I'm not aware of these things that are expressing through me and out of me because it's subconscious. It's hidden in that 12th house. So it's kind of a lot to unpack. And it makes it, to me, this can be challenging as it is at the top of your kite, which means the rest of the kite, that trine energy, pours out of your Venus, your two Sapphos, your Mercury, and your Neptune. Wow. Even your Sirius is there. We got Taffy at the door. Hold on. She's starting to pound. Hold on. It's amazing. Okay, I'm coming. Were you knocking? I heard you. I heard you. Come on. Are you coming up? Oh, okay. Stay away from the candle. You can sit right here. Yep, you can sit right there. Say hello. You haven't said hello to everybody in so long. Come on, come on, come on. She's like, I want the food. It's just a cup of broth. There's no food. There's no food in here. There's no kitty cat food in here. Okay. So, oh my Lord, this kitty cat. Come on. Seriously? Hold on a second. She wants to go after the damn candle, of course. I got to block it. She's acting like she's never seen a candle before. Okay. So in terms of love, when we say love, we have to uncover our Venus energy. That's my desire energy. That's how I want to be loved. It's how I feel loved, how I feel cherished and nurtured. And then what doesn't help, and I'm only saying this because you got a couple of items at 23, but look what's in the second house of love and desires and self-worth. Look what's there. Aquarius energy. So there's some more unconventional, this must be a Uranus Aquarius night, unconventional, very different, unique values and ways in which I want to be loved, ways in which I express love and show love. So this is tricky because Aquarius energy and Saggy, you know what they have in common? They're independent. They're fiercely independent. Saggy's also fiercely focused, and it may not realize that when it's so focused on something or someone, that can cause problems. Because I can be so focused on this thing over here, whatever that is, that I could even forget about something or somebody over here. Like that's a possibility. Especially in the 12th house, we're not aware. It's subconscious. We don't even know that it's happening. And what happens is the kind of energy that we hold, those are the kind of people we attract. You see? So there might be a little bit of that. And Saggy energy can be tricky. I've seen it end up being quite tricky for females. I mean, really tricky in terms of love. Usually they're... what's the best way to put it? This isn't for every single Sagittarius across the border, across the line. So I'm not making a blanket statement, but it's very common that I have seen where this energy has a hard time settling down or choosing just one, or because that's a kind of energy that needs its freedom, that always wants the ability to be able to explore. It doesn't want to miss out on any adventures. And it's, somehow the more it experiences, the more it learns. And that's not an excuse. It's not making an excuse for Saggy energy. It's just saying that it's really difficult energy for people who are very serious and who want to have, who want to be a one-on-one commitment. It's really tricky energy. So we can express that, but we can also attract it. It can be tricky. That's good. Being certain of what you don't want, that's great. I'm just flipping over to the other side now. Yeah, absolutely. 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 I understand. I totally understand. I totally get it. I really do. I know it's hard. This experience for everybody, it's not about, it's the old cliche ass saying that I hate saying, and I don't think I ever even say it. I'm a spiritual being having a human, material, tangible, physical experience, right? But it's true. But it makes it painful. when you're so abundantly aware of it, right? Yeah, it makes it very painful. And what's been coming a lot lately too, and I think it's going to be really important for 2026 is the Buddha's teachings and Saggy in the 12th. That might help you in some way. You might want to. You could probably go online and check out. There's a short little thing. I think they call it the Gita, Gita, just the teachings, and yeah, things in there about detachment and then the greater lessons and the deeper truths, right? And so these things help us, at least in my mind, at least that's what's coming through. These things help us to navigate for people who feel like, more than 50% of their being is in that other realm and that they understand the spiritual mission, we'll put it like that. It makes it harder to walk in the material, tangible world and to function in it in a way where we're happy and joyful even. Okay, Taffy, she is looking at me like 2 hands, please. Okay. She's going to get in my face. Oh, yeah. Well, for sure. That makes sense. I value authentic, meaningful connection for sure. That's good. Yes. So you've got the other side of the Saggy energy, which is the very zeroed in and focused. And sometimes people may consider that a little intense or a little too much. It just depends. It just depends on how that energy comes out. Hey. Okay, you're going to get booted out of here. You can't chew on stuff. Are you listening? Oh my God, she doesn't normally start chewing right here at the damn wire on the microphone. What's going on? She's pissed because I'm not. Are you leaving? Okay, she's like, I'm going to put my back to you. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, good. Good. Okay, good. All right. So, all right, Tim, I think you're next. Let me double check. I just want to make sure I got all this right. A conscious awakening. Oh, girl, I don't think you're the only one. I think there's a whole lot of that going on. Yeah, let me double check my stuff here. I know Stacy has a list here somewhere. Where did it go? Oh, is Francesca here? Izzy? Is Izzy still here? I'm sorry. Izzy is right before Tim. Izzy, are you here? Is Izzy here? Hello, Francesca. Izzy, are you here? Izzy's here. Look at that. All right, Izzy. What am I looking at, Izzy? I'm moving quick. She's on the horizontal. Oh, that's Tim. Tim said I'm on the horizontal. Well, good for you. Then you can see the chart. I'm wondering if somebody's holding a phone, does that mean that the live automatically shows them the vertical? I can't spend time talking about this though. Let me get Francesca's chart up in here. All right, let me go find this. Taffy's blessing us with her presence. Oh, you got a friend over there? What is she checking out? We got something moving around back there? You never know. You just never know. I'm going for the F's. Where's Francesca? Tim, it's been so long since we've seen you. How the heck have you been? Hope you're doing good. I just passed the F's up. Hold on. Yeah. am right there. There it is. Click, click. Okay. There we go. We just flipped to it. Very good. Excellent. Let's see what we're doing here. Let's see what's on the agenda. If this damn thing will move. Okay, it moved. Very good. My doppelganger. Whoa. Izzy said, let's see about love. All right, Izzy, you got Jupiter doing a retrograde through your 10th. Okay, so Jupiter isn't okay. Yeah, not your greater benefic, but your Venus is. You know what they say too? I forgot to mention this. I forgot to mention this. And it's relevant. So Frank, if you're still listening, they say that Chiron, and it's funny because Francesca has Chiron here in the 7th. This is what made me remember this. I forgot to share this bit with Frank. And Frank, I had just read this earlier during the day today. I was actually doing a video about Chiron and Taurus for this 2026. So it was when your email came, it was interesting. I thought, oh, okay. They say that Chiron has to do with marriage. Dun, dun, dun. And I'm like, what? Just plain old Chiron by itself. And I do understand that because in a sense, we've got the Chiron who has a wife here in the Zodiac. And Chiron's wife is Cheroklo, right? So Chiron shows up with a partner. It's not like they're divorced or anything. But it's even though Chiron has all these wounds and Cheroklo is his wife, Cheroklo kind of is the witness for Chiron and stands by Chiron's side, so to speak, with those wounds. And the difference is that wherever your Chiron is, you have to recognize your wounds. If you don't know what the vulnerabilities are, then it just delays the progress that you want in that area of your chart. That's the Chiron teaching. So because it's in the 7th house, Francesca, and it's at the 2 degrees, we've talked about this before, so I won't repeat it. With that said, we're going to go right to Venus. You have Venus at 20 degrees in Scorpio, the bonding, the deep energy from the past. So you are beginning your Venus. This is your Venus return. Venus just passed over your natal Venus, so you should be starting a new love cycle. A new cycle of values, money, love, and desires. And let's see where Mars is over there in Saggy, going through your 3rd house. Okay. Mercury's going to go all the way back to 20 degrees. So Mercury's going to stand still on she's going to be close to your Venus. So it's possible that maybe you will, well, this might have to do with income and job though, as opposed to relationships and love. You know, this cycle that you're in, because I know we've talked about this a lot for you, but it seems as though the cycle you're in is really more about, because Venus can be love and money right? It seems like your cycle with Venus, at least the cycle you were in, was really more about the work, right? And the money. And that doesn't mean that you weren't looking for love, right? It doesn't mean you weren't, but it seems like it was the cycle that you were in was really more of a professional cycle. So is this Venus starting this next cycle? And will it include love? That's, I think, the question here. And to be honest, yeah, I should have to look at more charts to actually know that. Like literally, like 3 or other charts at least to see which cycle you're going in. Your Venus is behind your sun. Okay. That actually is significant. Because that tells us what kind of a Venus you have. Actually, this is significant. I don't have my notes in here about this. But the Venus behind the sun, this Venus is actually, well, yours is a little bit complex because it's in Scorpio. I was going to say this Venus will actually let go of the past when it's the Venus behind the sun. It's the Venus in the front of the sun. Where she kind of holds on to grudges and she'll hold on to those old wounds and those, those old hurts. But because it's in Scorpio, nah, she's going to hold on fiercely to that kind of stuff. Dang. And this makes this harder for you, Francesca, because it's, again, Scorpio, which is buried. It's deep wounds over values and love. So just like before, the best recommendation I can give you is once this Saturn is no longer retrograding, anytime Saturn's in your 7th and it's retrograding, you can be certain it will slow down opportunities for partnerships, for relationships. Saturn rules time and it is father time. And in a retrograde, it's like, oh, hell no. We got this on lockdown. Ain't nothing coming or going. So once the end of this month comes about, the Saturn retrograde will end. And then it'll start going forward. And hopefully you'll see some loosening of things for your opportunities for love. Oh, well then there you go. Nothing happened. You have to wait for the Saturn retrograde to end. Bam. Your Venus is in that Scorpio energy. That's some deeply psychological stuff. All right, Tim, you're up. You're ready and you're up. Is Tim still here? I'm sure he's still here. Let me get Tim's chart in here. Tim, do you want the link? And just for correction, where am I at here? Where was that? All right, let me give her the link. And then so for Francesca, just so I can make this real clear. From the get-go, from day one that you started coming for the readings on love, it has been the same message that's come through every time. There is a lot of stuff from the past that has to be healed first. That has been the same message every time you come. However, there can be communications, there can be conversations, there can be movement, but with Saturn in your 7th house, my message has not changed. And it wasn't just Saturn in the 7th. It's because you have a natal Saturn, also a retrograding Saturn in your 8th house. So it's all the same thing. It's all connected. That has to be cleared and processed. Okay. So I just want to be clear because obviously somewhere we got some lines of communication a little mixed up. I don't know how that happened because I know I've said that a lot of times. Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, I'm here.
Oh, hey, how are you doing, Tim?
Oh man, I'm trying to get the other sound turned up real quick.
Okay, no problem. I'm going to get your chart. I haven't dug it up yet. Let me get into the system. It's been a while. Woohoo.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah, I got you loud and clear. Very good. That's great.
Wonderful.
I know. It is wonderful. It's great to hear people, especially when I can actually hear them.
I know.
Sometimes they come on and I can barely hear what they're saying. And I'm like, can you repeat that, please? And I'm thinking, I know nobody else could hear what they said. So thank you. All right.
It's good to see you again.
Yes, it's good to hear from you. How have you been? Have you been steady working?
Well, no, not really. I've been steady healing.
Okay. But I remember the last time you came in, you were cooking.
Oh, yeah. That we ended that.
Okay. That's hard work.
Well, the job kind of ended and they shifted me into a different position, and the other position was not for me.
Yeah,
And,
were you saying they wanted you to go, they wanted to do the manager, give you more responsibilities and stuff?
They wanted me to be like a cashier.
Oh.
And
It took you out of the kitchen, away from the food?
Well, they shut the kitchen down. It was a corporate thing.
Oh, they made major changes. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And they kept me there, but
Right.
Being a cashier was not my deal.
Oh, no. Not, it's a big difference, right? Just standing there. Yeah. That's that there's nothing creative about that. Well, I mean, I guess you could get really creative in your own little way, but for people who enjoy working with food.
So let me tell you where I'm at.
Okay.
Like a lot of others here, especially like Frank, I heard him talking, we've all been on the spiritual journey, and it's coming together, and things are opening up. Like we're seeing things different for the first time.
Yeah.
I'd like to look at October 23rd. My dad passed on that day.
Oh, I am sorry to hear that. If especially if it was a sudden surprise or something.
Well, I did get a chance to see him about a month and a half before, because he had a major stroke.
Okay.
And so I went up there for a week. He lives in the lower end of Illinois, and I'm in South Carolina.
Oh, okay.
And so I did get to see him and spend some time with him. And when I left, I kind of knew it was the last time I would see him.
Yeah.
But he passed fairly quickly and painlessly. And so that was good.
Well, my mom's had multiple small little itty bitty strokes, and I because of the condition that she's in, I'm often like, I hope she just, let her have a big one and just be gone.
Right.
It just be over with, so she doesn't have to lose more capabilities and keep living and not be able to function,
Yeah.
But it's hard.
Yeah, it wasn't easy, and I'm his only child, so a lot of things are falling on me now that I'm having to take care of, and doing it long distance. So,
that's additional responsibilities.
Fun.
Yeah. Did you say October? What was the date again?
23rd.
23rd. Okay, I thought I was off by a day. Yep. 23rd. All righty. Okay. Did you already look at your astrology chart? Okay.
Not really.
Oh, wow. Mars was conjunct your 5th house cusp line. 21, 22 degrees of Scorpio. 5th house is dad. Sun energy. Wow. Interesting. But also you're going to have to be traveling then. Oh, did you travel right away?
Not on the 23rd, I didn't.
But I mean, like the following days, did you travel? Because even Mercury is sitting there going through your 5th house. Interesting.
Yeah, I went like two or 3 days later.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Mars isn't real fast. So yeah, it would have gotten there. So it started traveling through the house of the sun, which is the 5th house, the father energy. Let's see. So am I just kind of exploring that energy for that day? Or did you have something else that I'm looking for?
I guess explore the energy of the day. I'm going to try to switch over to the horizontal view. Hopefully the StreamYard stays. If it doesn't, can you hook me up on the other side? Because
Well,
I can't see the chart.
just come back. If something doesn't work, yeah, just come back and I'll be here. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not going anywhere.
I can't see the chart on this one. It's so small.
I know it's this. Yeah, it is. I know it's the horizontal, the portrait that you need to see the chart. Okay, what is that? I just want to make sure there's nothing on fire. There's some strange smelling. Oh, they might have lit a fire in the fireplace. Maybe that's what that is. I'm just like, what is going on? All right, so let's go. Let's see where the Saturn energy is. Okay. All right. Let me go see where your sun is in your chart. Okay, in your 10th house. Okay. All righty. Okay. Pluto in the 7th. Okay, so Fortuna's at 9. Oh, Taffy's here. Hold on a second. Oh, I think she wants to leave the room. I totally forgot she was in here. Poor cat. Yeah, they have a fire going, and it's really smoky in here all of a sudden. Oh, okay. So you just had a Juno return. This is all in your 5th house. This is kind of fascinating. And now, on this day, you have Juno conjunct your vertex, fate. Wow. Okay, that's fascinating. Juno's partnership. So, would you consider you and your dad close?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, this is really interesting. So, let me see what else we can unravel here. Do you think you guys had like some connections in the past?
I think so.
Do you think it was spiritual? Or maybe you had spiritual connections in this time?
I think there is a spiritual connection, but we never really discovered it, or
Gotcha.
at least on his side. I think I was more coming into it as far as figuring it out.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
But I don't think he was listening.
Yeah.
But he wasn't responding,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm assuming this is your birth dad.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's that generation where they're just, yeah, it's different energy.
Absolutely.
Very different energy. These were the people that didn't talk about anything, and, and everything was really more of a, I don't want to use the word traditional, but, there was established forms of religion associated with the spiritual. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes.
And that's how people related to it. Like that was, okay, let me let this cat out now. I just let you in. Come on. It's smoky out there. It's smoky. So if this energy that I'm looking at between you and your dad, and on this day, Juno partnership, 6 degrees. So it's got like this, it's health, right? It talks about health because it's 6 degrees in Virgo and domestic energy, so home. But then it's in Saggy, right? And so taking a journey. What I love about this is that if the connection is between you and your dad, then hopefully for him, you said it was quick, right? And so that's wonderful, because many times people just kind of linger and they hang on because there's a lot of fear. But this looks like, no, it was not like that. It would have been more of, because there's this sense of peace and unity when we think about like Jupiter and Neptune energy. So Nice. That's real nice.
Yeah, we had talked about passing and the afterlife,
Oh, good.
and I did get a chance to share
Oh, good.
with him, you know, as far as not having any fear.
Yeah. That's really the main thing. That's really the main thing.
I think his fear was more in making sure I was okay than
Yeah. Yeah, and that's a big part of it, where people feel like, okay, how are people going to survive without me type of stuff, and how are they going to, you know, and so they really kind of hang on. And then, of course, you know, the other fears, but okay, so now you also have your nodes at 4 degrees. So there is, God, another chart you guys got. There's just a ton of history, a lot of soul history. So the beautiful thing, especially if you were close to your dad, which I cannot say for myself, you know, so I kind of, you know, I had a friend whose dad actually passed in the beginning of the month, actually, the beginning of this month. And I remember when I met her dad, I thought, oh my God, I had no idea a dad could be so nice, like so awesome, like so kind. It was amazing to me. And I figured that because she was a really nice person, very generous and very outgoing, and just very, basically treated everybody just in a really warm way, really warm and
yeah.
generous and kind. And I did not have that experience at all. And when I met her dad, it was like, oh, no wonder. Like she's so much like him, you know. And I thought, just amazing that. And I've also told her, like, wow, you were really lucky. You know, growing up with a dad like that. Wow, you know.
He was a strict disciplinarian to me when we was growing up.
Mhm.
Our bond didn't really take place till later in life. But he was
How fortunate that you got to have that, though, that at least to have that bond at some point in time.
well, I confronted him. Part of my journey, it required me to confront him. But what I confronted him it was an ancestral generational thing,
Yes.
and it was something that he received from his father, and you know, like that. And I saw it. I recognized it,
Yeah.
and I saw it within me, and I worked on it.
Mm,
Still
good
working on
for you. Yeah.
it, and that's why anybody hasn't seen
Stop
me.
the madness, right? Stop the cycle.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, you know, you have your Saturn in Pisces, and yeah, God, you have a lot of history. I don't know why it's coming through like this tonight. It seems like on everybody's chart, there is just so much emphasis on soul energy and soul families and those soul connections, the soul unit that we basically have these contracts with, you know, like these long-term contracts,
right.
Saturn in Pisces. Holy crap. So the fact that you were able to do that with him, that should hopefully change the energy and at least help it to evolve and to move and to not be stuck where it's just in the repetitive mode, you know?
Yes.
That is wonderful. That's phenomenal. No, I can't say that I can't say that for myself. Well, I'm happy to hear that
Well, it's
somebody else
still
is able to
ongoing.
do that. Yeah. No, absolutely. I agree. Still ongoing, but it sounds like you got to make some progress. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, good.
I'm just reflecting about,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. It
and
sounds like you
yeah,
got to make
it's been
whenever
hard.
there's communication, there's that helps. You know, that brings about awareness, and in it, even if it's in baby steps, so what? I can't say any of that in terms of with my father. None of it. I can't say any of that at all.
I'm sorry.
So my point is, well, yeah, that's great that you were able to do that, and so no matter how small it was, you've made some progress. That's freaking wonderful. I think having that Saggy there, because Saggy can show us the connections and the big picture.
Uh-huh.
And that's great. Having that big picture and that connection to give you the ability to connect those dots, but then to get the intuitions, the information. Like you said, you saw it. It can help with the awareness of a thing. But I think having the Juno there, I think this was really, gosh, that was significant. Unless there were other things that happened on this day other than the death of your dad. Were there other significant things that occurred?
I had a heart cath procedure done that very same day.
Oh my gosh.
This
is the 5th house.
I found out about my dad 10 minutes after I got home from my appointment.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Okay. So this, 5th house. And that was planned because, Pallas Athena's sitting right there. Wow. Holy crap. Yikes. Okay, so then this takes us over to Uranus, and that explains the shock and the surprise. Your Uranus is at 6 in Virgo, so that's a square. You see that? So that means that this Juno that was riding by through your 6th house squared your Uranus at the same time landed on your vertex. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. And your Uranus is a retrograding one. So that, yeah, that's difficult. That couldn't have been easy especially after that kind of a procedure.
It was challenging.
Yeah. Absolutely. Even your moon is at 6. Wow. It's been a while since I've seen your chart. You have a lot of things in your chart that are kind of jumping out with that 6 degrees. And that's the Virgo degree. Health, right? Yeah. It's also work, of course, but having a moon in Leo at 6 degrees, you see?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the family connection, but also dad, the mother and the father, the moon and the sun, 6 degrees of Leo. Wow. So did mom have any heart issues? Do you know?
I haven't been in contact with her for quite some time. And I don't think she's doing very well. I hear word, but that's one of the areas that I'm still working through.
Oh no, I understand. It's and it's hard if you're doing it alone.
And I am.
You know what I mean? Because if that other person and you aren't communicating, then how do you work through it, right? I mean, you can do a certain amount on your end, but it's it makes things really challenging for sure. So the Juno would have trined your moon on that day. Oh, wow. And the vertex was even the transiting vertex in the sky had just come off of your moon. Wow. Vertex moves really fast. That's interesting. The other thing too, though, is that the south node was really close to your 8th house cusp line. I said south node. Your north node, the north node up in the sky was really close to that Scorpio energy. The 8th house cusp line you have is at 16. But you know what the node was at? It was at 17 degrees. Ask me what astrology sign is 17 degrees. Leo. It's Leo.
Wow.
Dad energy. I know, right? And it was conjunct your 8th house cusp line because the node goes backwards. Wow is right. Okay, so it was also squaring your Venus and your Fortuna. Oh, okay. The nodes were squaring your Fortuna. Now, Fortuna seems to be a big deal because she's also right here going through your second house, touching your Pluto. Oh, your your income and your finances, your values. Oh. Okay, so Fortuna typically talks about my fortune changing, but it kind of alludes to the fortune changing in a negative way. Do you think? I mean, other than the loss of a loved one, do you think there was a financial? I mean, I don't know if you want me to go there and talk about that, but
No, it's all right. No, he was debt free, and
oh, good.
he even had his funeral paid for. Everything was done.
Everything was taken care of. Well,
Yeah,
that's good. Yeah. And there's nothing worse than having to plan for that crap when it's when you're in the midst of it. Do you know, yeah, it's such a hard thing. Having to make choices for somebody else, and yeah. And it's hard. Who wants to make decisions at a time when, especially when something was sudden or surprise? Well, not so much for you though. You said you expected it, but there was a surprise because Uranus was triggered that day, and that was coming home from the procedure, and bam.
I had just talked to his hospice nurse, probably 45 minutes before he passed. She had just left him, and
Oh.
she said he was joking and in good character.
Mhm.
You know,
Oh, good for him. Does that give you some peace? Oh my God, that's
oh yeah,
wonderful. That's wonderful.
he was a good man. Everybody that worked with him, the nurses, everybody just loved him.
Oh, good. That's nice. That's great to hear. And see, you have a Chiron in your chart in your ninth house, and your Chiron is at 17 degrees, the Leo degree. So the node being on top of that, you see?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. This was like this double whammy of change and transformation. So with your own heart, literally, and then the other Leo energy is the dad energy too, right? But then changing and transforming multiple areas of your life at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And then the other thing too, of course, is that you have Neptune in Scorpio over here at 16. So that means this North Node, while it was conjunct your Chiron, was trining Neptune. So anytime we talk about Neptune, Scorpio, the 8th house, Pluto energy, these are all the energies of changing the material and the tangible. So it can be suddenly gone, disappear, death, rebirth into another realm type of thing. If you believe in that, where we never actually die, it's just the body that no longer works and no longer functions, but we keep on living, right?
Right.
So have you had any visits from Dad?
Well, I feel him. I feel his presence, and I hadn't been online for quite some time for tarot or anything. And a couple of days after, I decided to come online, and I went to a tarot that I was drawn to. I'd never been there before, and without any questions or without saying anything to her, she says, "Your dad just passed." She knew he was a cancer. But she told me that he was here with me. That
good. Yeah.
He's okay and he understands.
Oh, good. Yeah.
And
yep, that makes sense.
And so now, I talk to him regularly now.
Good for you. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Don't waste the words. Do you know what I'm saying? Especially, getting confirmation like that, and then, astrologically to be able to see that because there's so much Neptune and Pisces stuff involved and Scorpio stuff, and we have so much in Scorpio still, right? That it really enhances the ability to communicate during that time.
And you mentioned
So-
Pisces. The thing is, my mom is a Pisces.
Okay. So mom is the Pisces.
Yeah, my dad was a Cancer. My mom was a Pisces.
Mm-hmm. Well, the funny thing too, though, is you got that Cancer energy in your 12th house.
Yeah, that's my rising, I think, my ascendant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, you got a lot of this Cancer all up in your 12th. So for you and your father, if he was Cancer, like that puts him in that 12th house. And yeah, that speaks to the connections of the past for sure. And your mom, depending upon where her stuff is, she may have stuff in the 8th for you. She might have stuff in the 9th, though, because you got Pisces in both areas. But either way, that 9th house where you've got 15 degrees of Pisces in the 9th, 15 in the 8th. So the connection and the intuitive conversations, whether it's talking to those who've just passed on or just getting information.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it just comes through like a knowing, like you said,
Right.
I can feel them. So yeah, I would trust that. I would totally trust that for sure. Because and here's the other thing too, is that if you want to enhance it, if you want to bring it on, especially because the holidays are coming, right? And for a lot of folks, that's a hard time, But many times when we think about the past, if we want to conjure up those loved ones, all we have to do is really think about it. And it's twofold. It's not just I'm thinking about them, and so then therefore they're in my mind and then they warm my heart type of thing. It also creates the emotions needed that's like literally send out information to the loved ones, and they use that's like energy for them to come
Right.
in and connect stronger with you if you want that. So
Oh, yeah.
and the holidays again are usually loaded with emotions in general. So yeah, it's just I'm really happy. I'm happy you got your heart work done. I'm happy that your dad had an easy passing and that he went quickly, and that you've already got information that he's just fine. And you know what? That was really for me with the Sagittarius stuff that was jumping out. Whether he had words for it, but him having the understanding, that's what made and honestly, it may have had a lot to do with you kind of encouraging and giving him additional information and just sharing what your beliefs were. And that for sure may have helped. It may have, if anything, helped to stabilize. Like I'm seeing like a bridge. You know what I'm saying? Like it helps
Yeah.
build this bridge between your beliefs and somebody else's beliefs, some old school beliefs and and new stuff. And it's a bridge that's drawn and that's built up to make the travel easier, quicker, swifter, and painless. And just, if you've ever had an experience where it's like a near-death experience,
Oh, yeah.
there's a sense. Oh, he's like, well, of course I have. Did you feel a sense of peace?
Yeah. I wasn't afraid, but yeah, I mean, it was like I was almost surrendered
Mm-hmm.
to it, but then it's like,
Mm-hmm.
why? I didn't know why, and I didn't want to. But
But did you have a fear?
No, I didn't.
Right.
I really
You
didn't.
didn't have it. Right. There was no fear. It was like there's like there's a serenity that envelops a person, Now I imagine everybody's experience is slightly different, but I'm talking about in the context of your chart and with the energies you have available. There's a lot of water. You've got water in the water houses, and that energy is going to have innate understandings. It's got a lot of history, so it's done this a ton of times. It's got a lot of practice. It's really experienced of coming back and forth into the body and out of the body. So it knows this isn't the end. It knows that this is, this was just a role I was playing for this time. And that goes for everybody else too. And yeah.
Well, I told my dad that we have been together for a long time.
Oh, good. Yeah. Absolutely.
And I told him we'll be together again.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said, you just met your purpose for this life experience. I said, but that's okay. You're going on and everything's going to be fine. And before you know it, I'll be there with you again.
So I have to ask you this question because your midheaven is at 17 degrees. That's the sun. That's more that dad energy. Yes, it is the heart energy too, right? But you see how it all happened at the same time, right? It's not one or the other. It's always complex. So I have to ask you, do you feel like you really helped to lead him in a sense because of that Aries? It's really making me ask that question because I know when we've looked at your chart in the past and having like these spiritual leader type of qualities to it, right? Do you feel that you were definitely part of that with him, and I mean that, and that it really truly contributed to this for him? I mean, I do, but I want to know how you feel about that.
Well, it was a month had passed before he passed when I saw him the last time. So
right.
He couldn't talk on the phone. He was
right.
But he could always speak with his eyes, and he and I could look at each other and just communicate that way. And it's always been that way. So, but I do think I helped him because
yes,
he was, he felt alone because of religious, ties from the family.
Yes.
But I know that he had more spiritual ties than they did.
Absolutely.
When we lived out in New Mexico, we lived out there for 11 years. And he became very not indoctrinated, but not initiated either. How could I say?
He just started picking up other views.
Yeah. And he became more aware,
So he opened up.
Right. And I think that when, eventually, as I wasn't as into it at that time as he was, mine, my awakening came in little spurts, and then all of a sudden, boom, but then I spent more time asking questions, I think. But I think my study, my journey in learning allowed me to understand him and where he was, and helped him understand himself and where he was.
Okay. So there yeah, I agree. I totally agree. I
asked him.
That's wonderful.
Don't ever feel guilty. He was a good man, but we all make mistakes, and and he never made anything major like criminal or nothing like that.
Right.
But I told him, everything, we're always where we're supposed to be at that time, no matter what. And I said, and you got through it great, Pop. He lived to be 87, so
yeah, that's a long time.
I was proud of him.
Absolutely. Especially if he was able to not only live to 87, but he had like what you described as his own spiritual awakening. which means he was open. He was open to learning. He knew there was more.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it all so much easier when it does come time to make that change. When it does come time to release this body, it's done. It doesn't work anymore. I got to trade in for a new one, but it's going to be a while before I get a new one, and so I'm leaving. That is just wonderful that you got to have that experience and that connection with him in that way.
Well, thank you all for letting me share that with you. And like Frank
absolutely.
said, gee, ever since I first started seeing you a long time ago too, your gifting and understanding of astrology has really helped me discover myself.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Well. I know you're a tool,
Absolutely.
but you're a gift to all of us. Thank you.
Well, I appreciate your kind words. Thank you. Absolutely. And when you bring your life to the chart, that's what brings it alive. I mean, to me, that's what makes it worthwhile. It's one thing to stare at the charts, but when people bring what they're living, what they're going through, and we can look at the charts like that, that's, again, this is your life on paper, There's nothing more real because it involves the life on paper, it involves the physical body and your soul life, your spiritual life. Like you're right here in color on this paper, and it's amazing, isn't it?
It is.
It's just freaking amazing. It's just like, what? No way. It's just amazing. So yeah, thanks for thinking of us and coming back and being okay to talk about it and allowing me to ask questions about it. I never know how people feel if they, where they want to tiptoe,
right.
When they're, especially with the loved one that passed, it's such a, not that long ago. And so it's difficult, but like for myself, if, when my mom time comes, and she's very close to your dad's age, actually, that was kind of when you said his age, I thought, oh my God, him and my mom are like a year apart. And with her own challenges, I'm like, God, I just hope one night she just goes to sleep and just doesn't wake up. It'll just be better that way for her to because she just struggles so much, and she's been struggling for a while. And so when people get to go quickly, I'm like, yes, that's really what I want to hear. Just let them go quickly. No battles, no long drawn out thing. It's just, it's just too much. It really is. And she says she's ready. She's been saying that for years. She's been saying it for years.
Bless her.
But thank you for sharing.
Well, thank you, G. And like I said, it's good to see everybody again. And, I don't spend a lot of time online because it's been too distracting for me.
Oh, absolutely. I can totally understand.
I've taken time to be offline.
Good for you. You got to stay sane.
I think of you guys all the time. I do. But
well, we appreciate it. And whenever you want to come back, you come on back. We'll be here.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
You are welcome. You take care.
All right. We'll do.
All right. Thanks,
Bye.
Tim. All right. Bye-bye. Wow. Tim has just been on a journey since the last time he was here. Wow. Oh my gosh. Wow. His heart and his dad on the same day. Wow. Okay. We're done. I'm over time. It's 11:14. Taffy's again meowing at the door. So we're ending it here. Let me check my thing. Is this the last? Do we have one more Saturday this month? Is that we don't. So okay. So next week is private lives. All right. I'll probably have a video for that day, of course, you know that. But yeah, so that will be the following Saturday that we'll be back, because the last Saturday of every month we do the same thing, but it is a private lives, and the private lives for next Saturday is already full. So if you want to get in on a private lives, just go to the email down below right under the live stream. Email me, let me know. I'll talk to you. We'll communicate. I'll explain things. If you have any questions, it is limited spaces available. And yeah, that's it. That's all. We're done. All right, everybody. Take care. Thank you, everybody who gifted the channel. Thank you so much, everybody. You are also very generous. And thank you for sharing your lives with us here, right? Starry Night Lives. These are the real lives. Absolutely. I will see you all. Have a great holiday if you celebrate. Enjoy your Thanksgiving, your day of thanks, and may we all may the United States get their shit together real soon. All right, guys, we're done. Let me get the music going. Everybody have a good night. Everybody stay safe. And thank you, everyone. Thank you, Stacy, for everything. Greatly, greatly appreciate all the work you do keeping us organized. Greatly appreciate it. All right, everyone. Hey, Lewis, I see you. All right. Bye, everybody. Take care.
Thank you.